Hello students, in this part we will discuss on some glands such like as pancreas. Pancreas is a heterocrine gland. It is heterocrine gland. It means this gland is exocrine as well as endocrine. The origin of this gland can take place in the endoderm of embryo. The origin of this gland can take place from the endodermal layer in embryonic stage. It means the germ cell contains three layers: ecto, meso and endo. So pancreas can generate from the origin from the endodermal layer, innermost layer. As we know that pancreas is heterocrine gland, it means it secretes. The secretion of a heterocrine gland is both type, exocrine and endocrine. Exocrine and second one is endocrine. Exocrine, it means the secretion of chemical substance through the gland into the blood vessels, or you can say that into the vessels, tubules, and then sent to the target organs. The glands which secretes pancreatic juice, those are called achinal glands, or you can say that achinal cells. Achinal cells secrete pancreas or pancreatic juice. As we have studied in 10th class, there are two types of juices. Two types of enzymes are secreted by the pancreas through the common duct called lipase and trypsin. So those juices are known as pancreatic juice, and pancreatic juices are secreted through achinal cells, and which is the part of exocrine. And next one is endocrine. Endocrine, in pancreas there are group of cells. There are millions, 1 to 2 million cells forms a group of cells which are known as islets of Langerhans. Islets of Langerhans. Islet of Langerhans is contain 1 to 2 millions of cells. It is a group of cells which form the islet of Langerhans. Each Langerhans contain 3000. Each Langerhans, it means islet of Langerhans, contain 3000 cells. We can say that there are number of many cells from or 1 to 2 million cells which are found in islets of Langerhans. So there are many numbers of islets of Langerhans. Each islets of Langerhans consists of 3000 cells. In islets of Langerhans there are 4 types of cells. In islets of Langerhans there are 4 types of cells: alpha cells, beta cells, gamma cells and delta cells. The secretion and function of all these cells are different. Alpha cell secretes a hormone called glucagon. This cell secretes glucagon hormones. And the beta cell of islet of Langerhans secretes the insulin hormone. Insulin hormone is secreted by the beta cell of islets of Langerhans. Gamma cells, these cells are the precursor. Precursor means when the alpha and beta cells destroyed, the new cells, new alpha and beta cells are produced from the gamma cells. So they help in precursor of alpha and beta cells. And four types of cells are known as delta cells. Delta cells secretes a hormone called somatostatin. Somatostatin. These are the four types of different cells which are found in islets of Langerhans. Islets of Langerhans is the endocrine part of pancreas gland. We know that pancreas gland is present just below the abdominal cavity, or you can say that just below the stomach, in the duodenum of small intestine. As we know that this is the stomach region, and stomach region there are duodenum, small intestine arises, the U-shaped duodenum. In between the U-shaped duodenum there is a pancreatic J-shaped, English letter J-shaped cell. These cells are known as pancreas. Pancreas is the second largest gland of the body. Body is second largest gland. The first largest gland is liver, and the second largest gland of body is pancreas. Its length is nearly 12 to 15 centimeter and weight is nearly 85 grams. So pancreas is heterocrine. As well as we can say that this gland is originated in the endodermal layer of embryonic stage. It is the second largest gland of the body after the liver. Its length is nearly 12 to 15 centimeter and its weight is 85 centimeter. Islets of Langerhans, there are nearly 1 to 2 million cells which form the islets of Langerhans, and each islet of Langerhans consists 3000 cells. Islets of Langerhans consist 4 types of cells which secrete the different types of hormones. We will discuss firstly glucagon. What is the role of glucagon? And second one is pancreas secretes peptide hormones. The hormones which are secreted by the pancreas are known as peptide hormones. What do you mean by peptide hormones? It means it is the polymer of amino acid. These hormones secreted by the pancreas are known as peptide hormones. What do you mean by peptide hormones? The hormones which contain the polymer of amino acid. Glucagon. Glucagon stands for, this hormone is also called hyperglycemia. What do you mean by hyperglycemia? It means it increases the sugar level in the blood. It increases the sugar level in the blood. Means the glucose which is changed by the insulin in glycogen and stored in the liver and muscles. This glycogen again changed into sugar, means glucose, by the help of glucagon, because when the glucose level or sugar level is decreased in blood, then glucagon act on glycogen which is stored in liver and muscles. The glucagon change the, or you can say that convert the glycogen into the glucose and increase the sugar level. The next hormone that is secreted by the beta cell of islet of Langerhans, that is insulin. Insulin is also known as hypoglycemia because this hormone decreases the sugar level in blood. This increase and this one is decrease. So maintain of sugar level will remains same or balance remains. This hormone is called or is also called hypoglycemia. What do you mean by hypoglycemia? It means this hormone decreases the sugar level in blood. This decreases the sugar level in blood. How the insulin decreases the sugar level? We know that pancreatic hormones are known as peptide hormones. These both the hormones are affect on or function on liver, muscles as well as adipocyte cells. Insulin, as the blood sugar level increases in the blood, the insulin changes glucose into glycogen and store into liver and muscles. The insulin converts the glucose into glycogen and store into the liver and muscles. The process in which glucose changes into glycogen with the help of insulin, that is called glycogenesis. It means increases of blood sugar level. It changes into glycogen, which hormone converts the glucose into glycogen? Insulin converts the glucose into glycogen and store into the liver and muscles. This process is known as glycogenesis. It means formation of glycogen. Formation of glycogen is known as glycogenesis. So it decreases the sugar level. But if the sugar level is more exceed, the amount of glucose is exceed in blood. At that condition, the insulin change this excess amount of glucose into fat and store into the adipocyte cell. We know that adipocyte cells are found in adipose tissue, which we have already learned in the connective tissue. If the glucose level is more exceed means increases, then at that time the insulin convert this glucose into fat. Then this glucose, excess amount of glucose is changed into the fat, and this fat is stored into the adipocyte cells. This fat is stored into the adipocyte cells. Adipocyte cells are found in adipose tissue, which store the fat and maintain the body temperature inside the body temperature, which we have already studied in the connective tissue, part of connective tissue. Clear? But one more conditions: if the glucose amount remains prolonged excess, मीन्स लंबे समय तक यदि ग्लूकोज की क्वांटिटी हमारे बॉडी के अंदर रहती है, then at that time the person is suffering from one disorder that is called diabetes mellitus. If the glucose, or we can say that blood sugar, glucose or sugar level remains prolonged in the body, so at that condition the person will suffer from a disease or a disorder called diabetes mellitus. It means the person is suffering from diabetes. In this condition, continued urination may decrease the sugar level or glucose level into the body. In this condition, due to the continuous secretion of sugar with urine takes place, so the lack of ketose body or ketone body means there is the lack amount of ketone body into the body, so the person is not able to create energy, and the person will suffer, or you can say that person will feel more thirst, and the person will feel more thirst. These are the conditions by which we can recognize the person is suffering from diabetes mellitus or not. Mellitus means honey. Diabetes suffering from honey means excess amount of sugar increase into the blood. A normal human body which contains the sugar level is 80 to 100 per 100 ml. A normal person contain sugar level is 80 to 100 per 100 ml of blood. This is the normal sugar level in the body. But if exceed, then that is called hyperglycemia. If decrease, that is called hypoglycemia. Both the conditions, hypoglycemia and hyperglycemia, are the extremely bad condition for the person. Clear? This is the function and secretion of the hormones which was through the pancreas gland.